Hey, fellow gamers, it's Cozy Mel here with another video in Palia for you. We are down at the beach. Right now, we are at Beachcomber Cove. So, if you took the travel board from Kilima to come over, then that is where we went. We went to the central station, and from there we came down to Beachcomber Cove. You can also walk here. So you just walk across the big long brown bridge and go through the gate into Bahari Bay, and then you're going to turn so that you can go straight down toward the ocean or the bay on your map. You'll see all the big blue water that's all the way to the right side or the east side of your map. So all up and down the east coast is going to be where you want to go look for shells. We have gotten a quest from Jel that's called A Look to Die For, and we don't want to have to die for it, of course. So we're going to go to the beach and we're going to pick up some shells. But there are other things that only come from the beach. So if you're going to go to the trouble to either travel by board and walk or do all of it by walking to get all the way to the ocean in Bahari Bay, then you might as well get everything you can while you're there. If I can, I will spend an hour. If I don't have an hour, I'll try to spend 15 minutes and I will keep everything I pick up. And if there is extra of anything, I can sell it. Now, this was an unopened oyster. So we're going to open the oyster by activating it and see the oyster meat that you get on the inside. Oh, okay, on the inside. So you always get oyster meat. You will get regular or star value oyster meat, but you can get white or green pearls. Green are very rare. And I just got a white pearl that's worth over 100 gold, but it's also used in a lot of quests. So if you don't have one, save it. If you do have one, it's fine to sell it. You do you. Do whatever you want. Sell everything if you want to. You don't have to listen to me. So many times people say, stop telling me that I need to not cut down my trees or whatever. I don't mean to be bossing you around and telling you what to do. Oh, that is the teacher in me, isn't it? I'm just telling you what my advice is. So for me, I like to save one green pearl and one white pearl in my chest if I can. This is another thing you only find at the beach. These are crabs. There are spine shell crabs, which are purple, and regular crabs, which are orange, and they count as bugs. So you are using your bug smoke bombs to stun them and pick them up, and they will count as part of your uh, bug experience. So there's so many of them at the beach normally that it's a great place to go if you want to bring 100 smoke bombs and try to level up a level in your bug catching because every single crab counts. Now, these are not the vampire crabs. The vampire crabs only appear in the flooded fortress, and they are only in the flooded fortress from about, I think, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 3 a.m. 3 a.m., I guess. So nighttime is when you would get those. What you get down here specifically at nighttime is striped shelled snails. So if you get a quest that calls for a striped shell snail, not this garden snail that we just let walk away, but at night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., you would be able to find striped shelled snails on the beach. Okay, these are like I said, crabs for cooking and for NPC requests. Delilah specifically will ask you for an orange crab as a gift. And then a few times later, she will ask you for a spine shell crab as a gift. I keep one of each in my inventory just to be ready for that. The rest of them I cook. So if you cook crab pot pie, which is a new recipe that we have just, recently, crab pot pie works great to give you focus. So it's a wonderful focus item and it will fill up your focus bar nicely. And crabs are free. Just come down here and get them. But it will also work in your worm machines. So if you have a glowworm machine and you put a mushroom in and it takes an hour and a half and you get one glowworm, you can put in crab pot pie and get 3 glowworms in that hour, whatever it is. So obviously 3 times as many in the same hour or hour and a half, whatever it takes in the glowworm farm. That's exponentially better. So, you want to do that. There are a lot of food items. You can look it up. There's a Google list that will tell you the best food items to put into your worm machine if you're trying to hurry up and make a big batch of glowworms to catch certain fish, say for the bundles or whatever. Now, I've gone a little bit farther up the beach to look for some more shells, and this is the area around the lighthouse. You will find shells in pink, purple, and off-white, but they don't take up 3 slots in your bag. In your bag, they're all going to be white, and they're all going to go in 1 slot, and I think you can hold 100 shells in 1 slot. So if you see them, even if you already have 5, pick them up. Here's a very rare item. This is called dragon peat moss. This is very rare. You might find 1, you might find 2 if you go down to the beach for a 15-minute run like this one is going to be. There are times you can come down for an hour, go up and down the whole beach, all the way in northern Bahari, all the way southern Bahari, and maybe find 3 or 4. It's that rare. So if you see one, pick it up. You need this for several NPC requests. Tamala asks for it, I think. You need it in certain recipes, especially in furniture making. They use it to color things green, that kind of thing. So you will need it. And it is hard to get, and it does take a while to get some to get down here. I don't sell mine. I save it until I have 10 in my bag. If I get above 10, I sell them. So, but you do you, however you want to do it. That's just my advice. That's what I do. The shells, the actual crab, purple and orange, the oysters, the dragon peat, and coral are all items you will only find at the beach. So here's an example of coral. It looks like a stick. And here I am still near the lighthouse looking. And if you see a stick sticking up out of the water like that, and it'll have a little bit of a glow to it, that's coral. You want to pick that up because you will need it. You use coral when you make a certain item that helps you find rare flowers and plants and things like that. So if you decide that you want to buy that recipe from Ashura and you want to use it to try to find rare things, for example, in the country of Bahari Bay, it will help you find blue mushrooms. It will help you find heat root, dari cloves, flow trees, blue mushrooms. I think I said that, dragon beard peat. These are all things that are hard to find, and you can have help finding them by using this item that Ashura sells the recipe for. In the early game, when I don't have any money and I get to the point where I can buy that recipe, I skip it. Then later, when I have more money to spend, I go back to Ashura and I buy the recipe. And then you can make it, and when you activate it, it will last about 10 to 15 minutes. And across the top of your screen, where your north, south, east, west bar is, it will show little green leaves. And you follow, just go toward the little green leaves on your top bar, and it'll take you to rare things. This hole in the wall is the way that you get up to the next section north. So it is a way to actually sneak through and get up to the next section of beach without having to use a travel board or go all the way around somehow. So that's just a nice little hole in the wall trick to get you from one beach to the next beach. Whew. I don't see a surneck on the beach very often. That is rare to see a surneck down here, but alas, I'm not here to hunt. I know. Sometimes I get carried away in hunting, and because I love doing it, and then I don't find the things I need to find. But so far, we have talked about the fact that you can get spine shell crabs, you can get regular crabs, You can get garden snails. You can get the, the purple snails that are called the striped shell snails. This is a spine shell crab. It will take a few more bombs, and this one is probably 3 or 4 bombs if it's star level, whereas a lot of the orange ones just take one smoke bomb. But yes, you will find the crabs. You'll find coral that you can pick up. You will see shells in multiple colors, but they only are one color in your bag, sort of off-white. So don't be confused and think, I picked up pink ones, purple ones. Where'd they go? They all are the same color when they're in your bag. So now we can go back to Jel. Jel has a marker over his head. He is our quest person to go back to, but he may also have another quest to give us at the same time. So on the map, I'm showing you how you can walk down the road, walk across the bridge, and walk through the gate and get to Bahari Bay, where we were at the ocean just now. You can come and go between the gate. When you're on this side of the gate, the map shows Kilima. When you're on the other side of the gate, the map shows Bahari Bay. You'll never see both countries on the map at the same time. They just don't do it that way for whatever reason. But we are back in Kilima Village, and it looks like Jel needs to talk to us about a couple of things, but we'll go ahead. He has an existential crisis, apparently. He has a customer who is Eshi. Eshi has asked him to make a dress for Kenyatta for a ball. It's very important to Eshi that they look their very, very best. But Kenyatta is not going to like any dress that Eshi helps design. And Jel knows that. Any dress that Kenyatta would love, Eshi will hate it. So he doesn't know what to do. So you can try to guide him. And I don't think it matters which way you go. You can tell him to please the person that's paying him, which is Eshi. Or you can tell him to please the person that has to wear the dress, and that's Kenyatta. And I'll choose Kenyatta, but I think Eshi will win in the long run. But either way, it's just you do you. Go with your personality and what you think you want to say to him. And since I said that he should do what Kenyatta wants, he'll ask me to go talk to Kenyatta and see if I can talk her into somehow wearing a dress that might please her mother just a little bit. Not a task I'm looking forward to. But then we can also go ahead and give him his shells. He's so happy that he gave us some renown. We got some positive experience with him. And he also gave us 5 pieces of cloth. Cloth sells for $190 a piece. So that's almost 1,000 gold in cloth. I keep my cloth myself. You do you. Sell it if you want to. I keep it because I like sticky smoke bombs. Sticky smoke bombs make the bug stand still for a minute while I hit it again. But you have to have cloth to make them, darn it. So they're a little bit more expensive, but we also can see what he would like as a gift this week, and we can also talk to him just for the experience that it gives us in trying to level up his friendship all the way to 4 if you want him to be your shep, or at least level him up to 3 if you would like to romance him. You'll have to get him to 3. So that's everything. We have gone to Bahari Bay. We went to the beach. We got regular crabs, spine shell crabs. We got coral. We got oysters. We opened up oysters. We got a pearl. We got some dragon moss, which is great. And we also got shells. And we have given the shells to Jel, and we are finished with that quest. And so now we can go on and do our next thing, but you do have quite a few things you could sell if you wanted to. And when you open up your oysters, you'll get some meat and some star meat, and that can be used in recipes to make smoked oysters for Eshi, or there's other recipes that also use it. So hopefully you've had a good time at the beach, and now you know where to go when someone asks you for a crab or a piece of coral or a pearl, or they ask you to find them some shells. You know where to go. It's Bahari Bay.